Reese missed the first one, still with it locked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Interesting.
I in no way, shape, or form am a hater. What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Damn. Damn, she tried to set AB up.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point.
Angel Reese is melting down after Reebok pulled the plug on her sponsorship over embarrassing on-court performances.
You, like, as a Sky fan, y'all are probably happy y'all lost by less than 20 points today, and that is embarrassing.
Her missed layups, weak leadership, and endless viral fails have fans, legends, and the brand losing faith. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps winning, selling out arenas and making Reese's brand over ball image look even worse.
Now we have Angel Reese's signature move, is what they're calling it. The Angel Reese spin cycle, the Angel Reese face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up, crossover. Uh-oh, crossover right to the rack, and
And the Washington Mystics didn't just beat the Chicago Sky, they put them in a museum display for how not to play basketball. Final score? 103-86. And this wasn't some low-key, quiet little loss. Oh no, this was on national TV. Everyone watching got front row seats to Angel Reese's greatest hits. Or in her case, greatest misses.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember.
And here's the crazy part. If you only looked at her box score, you'd think, 22 points, 13 rebounds, that's solid. But then you see the fine print. 6 of 16 shooting from the floor and 5 fouls. She had to take 16 shots to barely crack 20 points, and she was hacking people left and right. Oh, but don't worry, she padded it with 10 out of 11 free throws. Congrats, you can hit free throws. Maybe Reebok can release a sneaker called the Charity Stripe in your honor.
she's not letting this up. And let me just be clear, Candace Parker continuously bringing this up. This is, I don't want to say petty behavior, but it's kind of petty behavior when you keep rehashing the same thing over and over and over again.
But the box score isn't the real story. The real story is the single most humiliating blooper of the season. Wide open layup, nobody in front of her, all the time in the world, and she smacks it off the underside of the backboard like she's trying to break it for insurance money. And the best part? The commentators actually laughed, like out loud, on live TV. Then you can hear them panic like, oh no, I'm live right now, better get serious. But the damage was already done. That clip will follow her longer than her double-double streak.
Spins on Reese, comes back. Yes, off the window.
As she's saying, too small on the way back.
And just when you thought it couldn't get more embarrassing, Shakira Austin scores over her and hits her with the too small taunt on national television. Live, and it's everywhere on social media now. That's not just a bucket, that's a career moment. For Shakira, not for Reese. Oh, and let's not forget the rookies. Sonia Citron drops 28 points, Kiki Iriafen goes for 22 and 10. Both rookies. Both cooking Reese's defense like it's a backyard barbecue. And together, they make Mystics history as the first rookie duo to score 20 plus in the same game. Congratulations to them. They basically turned Reese's home court into their college dorm. And the crazy thing is, they did it against someone who's supposed to be a dominant paint defender. Supposed to be.
Listen, the Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia.
Now let's talk about this Reebok disaster waiting to happen. Back in 2023, Reebok made a big announcement. Angel Reese was going to be Shaquille O'Neal's first big basketball signing under the new brand push. The marketing pitch? She's the next culture-shifting star. Shaq and CEO Todd Krinsky even compared her to Allen Iverson. Yeah, you heard that right. Allen Iverson. Fast forward to now, and the highlight reel they're getting is millions of people watching her miss layups with circus music playing in the background. Entire TikTok accounts exist just to post her lowlights. If you're Reebok, how do you sell that as play like a star, more like miss like your favorite pro? The only thing she's dominating right now is blooper reels. industry talk is that Reebok might have to change the whole plan. That 2026 performance basketball shoe launch could get delayed, could get turned into a lifestyle sneaker, maybe even scrapped entirely, because nobody wants to drop $150 on a shoe connected to stat padding while losing. And yes, there are already whispers about pulling the plug completely. When your main selling point becomes, she's famous but not for winning, that's not dominance branding, that's damage control.
That is ridiculous. Y'all getting popped, bro. Y'all not just losing. Y'all getting smoked by 20 and 30 and 40 and almost 50. Bro, y'all are terrible.
Now let's dive into those stats everyone keeps throwing around. The big one, her 11-game double-double streak. Sounds impressive, right? Until you realize the team's record in that span is 7-19. Dead last in playoff contention. You can put up all the double-doubles you want, but if your team is getting smacked around like a piñata, it doesn't matter. Then there's the layup efficiency. Are you ready for this? 31.5%. She's attempting the third most layups in the WNBA and making less than a third of them. For comparison, most pros hit between 70 and 80% on layups. She's turning the easiest shot in basketball into a coin toss. Honestly, you'd get better odds blindfolding a middle schooler and spinning them around 3 times.
Kiki Area Fan got the better of her today. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 of 14 shooting. Man, Kiki stirring that pot on Angel today.
And get this, the Chicago Sky are 0-5 without Reese this season. You'd think that means she's essential, right? Wrong, because even though they still lose with her, the offense actually improves in some areas when she's out. That's the kind of stat that makes coaches reach for antacids.
Kira Austin going at him. Everybody's just going at him. The Chicago Sky are food. And I mean, it's just embarrassing to the point where it's like,
let's not forget one of the most viral moments this year, the New York Liberty game where she missed 4 consecutive putbacks in 12 seconds. 2 of them were blocked. You almost have to respect the commitment to failure. It was like watching a blooper reel in real time. Oh, and her record against winning teams this season? She's beaten 1. Just 1. Out of the whole season. So when you hear the hype machine talking about her dominance, remember? It's dominance against teams barely scraping 500 or worse.
that is ridiculous. Y'all getting popped, bro. Y'all not just losing. Y'all getting smoked by 20 and 30 and 40 and almost 50. Bro, y'all are terrible. Something has to change. Something has to change.
This is why people are saying the stats lie. They don't actually lie. They just don't tell the truth you think they do. You look at points and rebounds and think impact. But then you watch the game and it's a different story. It's missed layups, defensive breakdowns, and fouls at the worst possible time. It's the difference between numbers on paper and actually making your team better.
All right, we go, right, easy open layup and a stoink right off the bottom of the backboard, and we're just asking for a foul. We're asking for a foul. We throw the ball off the bottom, that's like the bottom side of the backboard.
So after the Mystics game, Candace Parker didn't drop a paragraph, didn't go on a podcast, didn't even mention Angel Reese's name. She just posted the eyes emoji. That's it. And somehow it said more than 1,000 words could.
I'm finishing up here, not down. It is what it is. But no, Angel Reese had to engage in the Twitter drama. No drama. We don't want no drama. Shout out to the Black Eyed Peas. Angel Reese had to engage in the Twitter drama because Candace Parker is back. Candace Parker.
Everyone knew exactly what she meant. A quiet little, I see what's going on here, from one of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. The timing wasn't an accident either. Parker saw Reese trying to put herself in the same category as WNBA legends, and then watched her get cooked on live TV. That emoji was basically the veteran version of pulling up a lawn chair to watch the chaos unfold.
Innocently, when Candace Parker was asked to ranked players who were clearly better than Angel Reese, the Reese's Pieces threw a temper tantrum, tagged Angel so many times, tweeted about it so many times, that now Angel Reese is convinced in her own mind, oh, this actually is beef. Candace Parker, you don't like me.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here doing what Angel Reese claims to be doing. Leading her team, breaking records, selling out arenas, and winning with less talent. Clark is literally carrying a roster that doesn't even sniff the amount of help Reese has in Chicago and still making it work. And she's doing it without having to trend every week for missing layups or getting clowned by rookies. The contrast couldn't be more brutal.
Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at.
And then there was the so-called must-watch Clark versus Reese game. Ticket prices were up to $100 when people thought they'd see the rivalry in action. But the second news broke that Clark wasn't playing because of an injury, those same tickets dropped to $5. $5. People didn't even want to pay for parking to see Reese by herself. That's the reality check right there. Clark is the draw and Reese is just the drama. The Mystics game was a perfect example. Reese got her 13 rebounds, sure, but the Sky still got out-rebounded overall. How does that even happen? Oh, that's right, by giving up repeated paint scores to rookies. And it's not like this was a one-off bad game. These loss margins are stacking up. They're not losing close. They're getting smoked by 20, 30, even 40-plus points. It's gotten to the point where fans feel relieved if they lose by less than 20. That's the new standard.
At 35%, 22 points, 13 rebounds, got to the free throw line multiple times, 11 free throws for Angel Reese, but the bloopies were blooping, and oh boy, here we go.
And while all of this is happening on the court, the branding situation off the court is turning into a slow-motion train wreck. Reese is building this image as a celebrity rookie, all about fashion drops, interviews, and social media moments, but less about actually fixing the basketball part of her career. And every single game just adds more fuel to the meme fire. She's basically become basketball's reality TV star. Famous for the bloopers, not the highlights. This is exactly the kind of thing that makes companies like Reebok panic. They've already invested in her. They've got the 2026 signature shoe launch lined up. But the longer this goes on, the more they have to ask themselves if it's worth riding this out. Because if they stick with it and her game doesn't change, that launch isn't going to be a celebration. It's going to be a multi-million-dollar PR disaster. Subscribe now, because watching Angel Reese's career unravel in real time is wild, and you won't want to miss the next chapter.